Like, one of the things that it pains me to hear is people say, oh man, Q&As suck. And I'm like, Q&As don't suck. Q&As are just 90% of them are very badly run. And for me, a lot of those kinds of things, like running a Q&A, most people just don't think about it. They're like, yeah, we'll have this person, we'll have them give a talk, and then at the end, if there's any questions, we'll take some. And to me, I'm like, all these people have come to this place to hear this person talk. Like, in principle, they could watch the same thing at home on video, but they've come to this place, which means that, like, what's the use of them being here? Well, one use of them being here is there can actually be a human interaction between the audience and the performer in some sort of way. I mean, it's a limited interaction, there's an imbalance, but, you know, people can ask questions, they can hear whatever. It's incredibly important. It's not really hard to make it run well, but you have to think about it. So a lot of what I do is like make those things run well. We've been running Trampoline Hall for 10 years, so I have like this like incredibly long monologue I do at the beginning of the show where I basically instruct people on like how to ask questions in the Q&A. And it sort of seems like a joke when I do it, but it's also not a joke. It's also very serious. I'm trying to see if I can give the short version. The question should be a question. You know, the question should be a question. You know, it can't be a statement that looks like a question. Yeah, it can't be a monologue. It can't be. When I do things like at more formal events, sometimes we'll even have someone with a bell. Like, it'll be like, you know, a question is not more than 30 seconds, and this person's going to ring a bell if you go more than 30 seconds. You know, the question should be, there's no such thing as a two-part question. That's just two questions. Ask the good one. Don't ask the crappy one. And then at Trampoline Hall, I do this sort of long talk where I tell people to look into their souls and look at their feelings when they feel their questions coming on. And I'm like, curiosity is a good feeling. It's the question feeling. That's a good feeling. I'm not even like, I even have to be like, you know, anger is okay. Like, it's okay if you're kind of mad. But I tell people, like, watch out for pride. And I sort of do the, you know, and if you sort of feel like this question is going to like turn your life around and people are going to respect you once you've asked this question, like, it's probably not a good question. So that's the kind of, those are sort of the outlines of it. And the thing that's, and then if I'm doing, and at Trampoline Hall, that's sort of done in a really jokey way, but I'll do this at really serious panels, and you can do it in a more straightforward and serious way. And a lot of it, I think, is just the simple act of having expectations and naming them changes everything. Like, if you say, any questions, like, people can do anything. And if someone talks for 3 minutes and you say, hey, your question's too long, that person's gonna be like, you know, why are you know, they'll take it personally. But if you say at the beginning, look, here are the rules. They're simple guidelines, they apply to everyone. It's not, you know, it's not that I don't like you, it's just these are guidelines in place, they're expectations. It becomes unproblematic. And even the simple act of just suggesting to people that their questions ought to be good, I think raises the, like, it just makes people think about it, you know?